Welcome back to Nerdocracy, the show for nerds governed by nerds. We are your hosts, Jordan, Alberto, and Tom. Welcome in, guys. How you doing?
Doing all right. How about yourself?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good. I had that sudden urge, so it was a little difficult to start because that slap happy urge to just laugh. The second the show went live, I'm like, this is just funny to me. The whole thing is just funny to me. I should just laugh.
Just like recording a show is funny?
Yeah. No,
Okay.
no, it's just like this whole thing's weird. Like I see the intro and I'm like, oh god, that's so cheesy. And then I'm the one that made
you
it.
made
So I'm like, I
it,
should
so
just
like you
laugh.
made it cheesy, I guess.
Well, I'm not a graphic designer, god damn it. Obviously, I can barely fit two things together on the screen.
I don't know,
Which
you do,
Well, that's
you do
good.
well with your photography, so I think you can fit things on the screen just fine.
Yeah. It's always inspiring to an extent when I post something on Instagram about the show and I'm normally rushing and I'm like, yep, here it is, tag all the people, throw up a picture. And then either you, Tom, or you, Alberto, will post in your story. And I'm like, oh my God, that looks so good. Like, I obviously threw this shit together, which I guess is how the entire show is, just thrown together. But you guys are great. You guys do great stuff.
Keep it moving, man.
I make it up as I go.
That's the secret. We all just make it up as we go.
Mm-hmm.
That's the secret. We're always angry.
Yes. I'm always hungry. That's usually my thing. You're like, you hungry? I'm like, that's the secret. I'm always hungry.
I'm always hungry. Oh, same. Today it was such a struggle. We went on a hike. It started off to be like a 1.5 mile hike, and we're like, oh, there's another trail. We'll go down that one. And then another 2 miles later, we get to the end. So we're like, oh shit, this 1.5 mile turned into 3.5 mile hike. So it was great, but by the time we get out of it, we're ravenous.
Yep.
Then we go to this Italian spot that's local where they do like actual authentic Italian pizza. So it's like they make their own dough. Everything's homemade. They make burrata and all this stuff. It's phenomenal. So then 2 bottles of wine and 2 pizzas later, I'm like, yeah, I probably shouldn't have ate or drank that much, but
no,
totally
the
worth
best food is when you get like that kind of like good exercise out there in the world, like you hike for 3 miles or something like that. That meal immediately afterwards is like the taste of it is just elevated. Like
it hits different.
And you
It's
earned
so
it.
good.
You worked for it, so whatever.
Right? Yeah. Burn it all, just eat it all back up. It's great.
Don't do that though. No.
Okay, this episode, wing it a little bit. We've got Alien Earth, we've got Peacemaker. There's plenty of stuff going on, but some of us haven't had time to watch Peacemaker. But I'll let you guys talk about it because I'm curious what you think. Because I have heard some people talk about it and they've said I don't know, maybe they've had like a early release where they've seen more than the first episode. But the people that I have heard talk about it are like, it's vastly different from the first season.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to get your guys' thoughts just based on episode 1, as far as that goes.
I think based on, and Alberto, tell me if you feel this way too, based on the story that they're setting up, it's going to have to be vastly different than the first season.
Yeah, it kind of feels that it's going.
Yeah. Because, the first season was that Project Butterfly, right? It was the aliens are like invading planet Earth kind of thing. Seems like we're not touching on that at all. Like that has come and gone, and now we're on to something entirely different.
Which that's evolution of a show, right?
There's literally a doorway to possibility, so that's still, we're exploring that part.
Yeah.
And you've seen that in the trailers, Jordan. So I don't think we're spoiling anything for you. But but it's basically sets the foundation for what is to come, and I got a feeling that it's gonna go very dark this season. I don't know why, but
yes,
it feels that it's going to be even worse, and it does not hold back on violence or nudity for it, because there's a lot going on.
Here's a slight spoiler for you. There's one white dude who just dances naked in front of the camera for a very long period of time.
Yeah, so
and you just see his little ding-a-ling just kind of like swinging around. And he's like,
let's
yeah.
put it this way: it's a buffet for all tastes and all, So you get anything and everything. Very fucked up, but it's. But I think the story, I got it like a plot in my head that it's gonna go that way, basically, because I don't know, with the stuff with what's going on with him personally.
It's going to be a lot of what happens with Peacemaker himself, like his journey.
Yeah. But for the other characters, it set up the foundation of where they are now. So basically, everybody is literally fucking rock bottom. So that, everybody's scraping the floor. So and we'll see what happens. But it was a good episode, man.
There's a lot of really good tie-ins to I mean, nothing that happens this season outside of a specific retconny thing from season 1, because they had to, right? Because now we're not in the DCEU anymore. We're now in the DCU. So there's one thing retconned. That's it. Outside of that, it's nice to see them taking stuff from season 1 and then stuff from the Superman movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, here's the new world. And we're deep in stuff that we just saw in a movie that came out like a month ago. Right. And we're also in stuff that came out from Peacemaker season 1, which was like, what, 2 years ago at this point now?
Mm-hmm.
I think so.
Yeah, but he does it so well because you transition through it like you feel like it was already there. It doesn't feel like, it's something new. No, you feel like it's been part of it the whole way. Even the change, you've seen there's a change with the DCU and the old characters with the silhouettes and everything. So it feels like you don't feel like, this is out of place. I didn't feel it felt natural to me, and they did it. I think he didn't give it too much importance. That's the thing. So it felt natural the whole way through. So
it wasn't really important in season 1 either. No, it was more of it was an Easter egg kind of thing. He made those Aquaman jokes for the season, but that was pretty much it. And they just retconned those jokes a little bit, and then that's it. So
yeah. So that's why That's why Superman released on VOD earlier then, which I've heard people speculate about, but now that kind of confirms it. That way you can watch it first and see how they kind of intertwine.
Because they explicitly reference Lex Luthor's stuff that happens in Metropolis in this. Like, obviously the stuff that happened with Luthor is something that the government's now paying attention to, and now they're like, okay.
Got it.
And, Rick Flag, who was in the Superman movie, as well as Creature Commandos, like, he appears in this. And so we kind of see, because I think one of the last scenes of the Superman movie is him sitting with that other bureaucrat and being like, glad you're not upset about the superheroes that are now running the world kind of thing. So we kind of get to the follow-up of that.
Oh, good.
But there's two things. I don't know if one will spoil. Well, I'm glad they make reference to the Suicide Squad. So there's also elements from that movie that might come into this universe. And I think they made a reference in the last 5 minutes. I don't know if you caught it, Tom, when they asked Peacemaker, we thought you were in somewhere, and you didn't catch it.
I'm trying to remember.
It's related to Batman at some point.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if that's really a reference to anything outside of this is just a location in the DC universe kind of thing.
I don't know, but I don't think it's spoilers though.
No, let Jordan figure that. Let experience that on his own.
One thing I am curious about, because you kind of just talked about it, Alberto. Do they, since we have Rick Flag Sr., are they going to canonize Suicide Squad? And then
it's the conversation is formal. Yeah, it's canon.
So Rick Flag Sr. despises Peacemaker, I would assume.
Because he killed his son.
Exactly.
He says that straight out.
Straight
awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I was hoping they would do that. I'm like, okay, we got Senior. We need a showdown.
That's very clear and explicit. There's no doubt about that. So
after the episode, stay for the making of the episode, because even Frank Grillo is like, oh yeah, he killed my son. That's my entire motivation is right now is I'm like deadlocked on fucking Peacemaker because he killed my kid.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Because regardless of previous iterations, I feel like Joel Kinnaman's such a cool actor, and there was so much potential there. And I hate. He was awesome in Suicide Squad, and his death was awesome. All that was awesome, but I'm like, oh damn it, no, I didn't want him to die. Like there was more there.
It's really funny though to think of that being Frank Grillo's son. Like, did he have him when he was like 16? Because like they seem about the same age-ish to me. Like they're not that vastly different.
Nope, could totally be a thing.
Unless I mean, it's really aged Frank or Rick Flag Jr. You know, like him being in it just aged him up.
So that's good though. You guys are digging Peacemaker. It sounds like start off to a good start. I didn't really have any fear that it wouldn't be. I mean, it's going to be great. We know what the first one was. We know what this is. And in TV, James Gunn is free.
Yeah, there might have been a minute.
Do whatever he wants to do.
There might have been a minute in the first like 5 minutes that I was like, kind of worried here, but then it kept going and going. Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
we're okay. So
I love the opening stuff I really enjoyed. So when we could talk about it more in depth, maybe next week. Homework for next week. We both come in, or all three of us come in, have seen both episodes, so we can talk about it.
We come in prepared.
Yeah, because I do want to ask about specific stuff from that.
We should come in prepared, but this is a fledgling nerdocracy, and we're not always prepared.
Yeah,
he's prepared. So unless there's anything else you guys want to get into about Peacemaker, I guess we'll move on to Alien Earth while we're in the realm of TV.
Hot Toys announced a new figure for Peacemaker.
Yes, which we're going to talk about some figures a little bit later on, and that's the slide I forgot to insert. But it's not much of a slide; it's a jetpack.
It looks like it's, and this is the interesting thing because we've all seen that they're updating the suit for what Alberto and I know a very specific reason. And the jetpack looks like they just stuck it on the old suit.
I wouldn't be surprised
because like I have it. It looks exactly like the old suit that they just stuck which doesn't make sense after you watch the episode because the jetpack's part of a different suit.
Different everything. So yeah.
But it's Hot Toys. Slop it on the existing thing we have and send it out for $315. Great.
But at least there will be a John Cena full head sculpt without the helmets, it looks like. So that'll be interesting.
Very cool. Yes. Very cool. Yep.
I just want them to do an accessory pack because I like Peacemaker a lot. I'm not gonna buy another version of that figure just for a jetpack and a John Cena sculpt. Like my figure's perfect. I would love to get the head and jetpack separately, but I know the jetpack won't attach to the.
Yeah, that's a Grail figure right there. That's one of the Hot Toys. For me, at least, it's one of the best works they did.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. I love that figure.
I'm surprised a third-party company hasn't made a John Cena.
Someone has.
Sculpt. They did. So was it right?
Yeah, and it looked like a doofy John Cena, like
cartoony. The paint apps were not good. It would have not matched the body.
It didn't hit right.
Yeah,
but they attempted.
Susu made it, or So whatever. Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen it.
You're not missing anything.
Yeah. Okay.
But they did. I think it was the head on the shield, was it not? It wasn't. It was.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah, they might have the shield too. Yeah. I remember the head very vividly.
I think a lot of people bought it because of the shield, but I don't know. I didn't go for it. So
no, neither did I. I didn't like it.
Oh well, we'll wait for Hot Toys.
Yeah,
and get whatever. But like you said, we need an accessory pack because you don't want to buy a whole new figure just for those items. Yeah. Although then you get the Iron Man accessory packs where I saw I saw the other day that it was on sale on Time Walker Toys for like $150. I'm like, oh shit, maybe I should buy that.
Just buy mine, please. I've been trying to sell it for years. Like honestly, I've been trying to get rid of both the Mark 50 and the Mark 50 accessory pack. So if you want that shit, just let me know.
Bring it to Legions Con. I'll give you cash money.
Okay, I'll fly across the country with this giant fucking box instead of just shipping it to you. You're right.
No. It's probably cheaper these days to fly across the country with it than to ship it.
Oh God. You might be right, which is
let's not do it. We're depressed enough and we've talked about it enough. Happy things as in Alien Earth.
Yes, happy thing. All the murderous things making its way to Prodigy headquarters. on an island where all have like the second they show the island, like, oh, that island's gonna be like covered in flames and smoke in like a couple episodes. This is gonna be great.
Yep, it's gonna be great. Look how peaceful it is before it gets totally wrecked. But I was surprised by this episode. It took kind of a pivot from what I expected. I don't know what I expected, but it wasn't this.
I wasn't expecting them to just wrap up at the crash ship immediately and then just, okay, we're now heading back. And then like somehow I would have liked to see them collect the sample of the plant. Because like, how did they get that in that thing?
Yeah.
Without whatever was in there doing whatever it wanted to do. Like the eyeball thing, I understand. The eggs to a degree, if you have the androids packing them up, because clearly, you know, they're not interested in the androids.
But I like that they make that they explained that you have to be organic matter in order to activate the reflex for them to open. Yeah.
We did.
Yeah, we talked about that in the last episode. We were curious. Does that matter? Obviously, it does.
Yeah, I'm really glad that they went their extra mile to kind of put that firmly into the into the story. I'm really intrigued, and I don't know if there's any precedent for this whatsoever of how Wendy's android body is synced up in tune with the facehuggers, because like she felt all their pain, she felt like all that's like I don't know what's going on there at all.
No,
that was the biggest question mark for me. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Yeah. Also, okay, when she collapses, she's right behind them, cutting open one of those facehuggers, right? Like she's literally right. We're seeing Timothy Oliphant experimenting on a facehugger. She's behind him, and we see her collapse, right? Yet then we see him like in another scene going and like adding or putting like the specimens somewhere else, and then we cut back to her just like pass out on the fucking floor. Did they not like? Did no one see out of the periphery vision that there's just a human body on the floor behind them? Right? They're like, oh, she's asleep. Just leave her.
Leave her there.
We'll just step over. It's fine.
Resting.
I think they're trying to explain maybe that it's a hive mind and they communicate telepathically in some way, and she might be a beacon on how they communicate, or maybe a little bit receptive on how they. Because there's too much of interaction between her and the Xeno when they're fighting. Basically, they're trying to outmatch each other during the fight. Basically, so and she
the fight that we don't get to see. The fight that just happens in an elevator.
There's because she uses his brother as bait. So basically, he can. There's something weird going on there. Either the Xeno cannot sense her.
Yeah.
Or because it was a game of cat and mouse, because I know Hermit was coming out of the. By the way, that's one fucking big strong xenomorph to flip over that container.
Well, we don't know what happened because we only saw that again from the inside. So
yeah, true. So we assume it was a xenomorph, but she laid him. The alien pierces him, and then she catches him, but the xenomorph was not aware of where she was. So maybe she set a trap for him. So there's some weird going on there.
Well, and because like the xenomorph sees her in the shipping crate with him, with all. I guess it's like it's a. Is it a locker of meat or something like that? Is that
meat locker basically?
Yeah, it was like a meat locker, and she sees him in there with him, and then the xenomorph's like, "Oh, I guess we'll just leave them be and then go away," which made me think that. Oh, the xenomorph already got the egg planted inside her brother, so he's going to die. What I thought. Because they don't fuck with people that are impregnated, right?
Yep.
But yet later on, we see them, fucked uply removing a lung from
his lung. Yeah,
we have got to see. I really need to know what the hell is going on there.
And the other thing is that Wendy pinpoints exactly his location after the alien has a very large head start when he took her brother. Yeah. So she literally just ran and got there exactly to where he was. So
we saw her when she first gets to the ship. She kind of knows where when things are kind of like she was kind of sensing it already earlier, but we weren't seeing her react when anything bad happened to the alien. Like they weren't cutting to her reacting in a way that they were when the facehuggers were getting mutilated.
Because I think we're getting like a 101 biology class on xenomorph, where their communication, their reproduction, how the eggs work. So I think they're trying to answer a lot of questions that have been in people's minds since 1979, I assume, and they've been doing a hell of a job. So, but I think that Wendy's picking up either on maybe they're communicate telepathically or something that she's picking up. That's why she keeps hearing the face huggers, and I think she hears the xenomorph or senses it at some point. So.
Yeah. A question I have: do we want to know those answers? I don't personally. I don't want to know them. Yeah.
Well, there's some mystery behind it, but it's like the Tyranids in Warhammer. So I think they're trying to say like something like a hive mind, or a greater being or something.
We kind of already know that they're a hive mind, though, because we've met the alien queen before. We kind of know they all kind of work together. They string up their victims, kind of thing. So, like, we know that there's a colony aspect to
that. But I don't know if they're trying to set it up like as a higher intelligence at some point. Because I remember in Aliens, there's a scene when Ripley walks in after Newt, and then there's two like guardian xenomorphs that come from the side, and the queen like waves them off, but she just looks and goes like, and they know exactly. And then when she starts shooting, then she orders them. So they might be trying to, explain that. Yeah, expand on that, because that's the only reason I think that she can hear the xenomorph. So either she's picking up or maybe a certain wavelength. I don't know, but we'll see.
I'm with you, Jordan, though, where you can answer some things, but make sure you either, while you're answering stuff, you open up more questions, or you just leave stuff unknown, because half the interesting thing about this universe, right, is you can't know this stuff because anybody who comes close to learning the truth ends up dying horribly because they are horrifying things.
Yeah. They flew too close to the sun. Yeah.
Right. Got burned. Yeah.
Exactly.
The scariest moment for me, though, in that entire episode was when one of the Lost Boys, I cannot remember what all their names are, the one who meets the cyborg guy early on, and the cyborg, is choking him out and is going to kill him, and he clearly traumatized this 8-year-old in this 30-year-old body to the point where, like, they're terrified. He's drawing drawings of these horrible things in his sketchbook, and he's alone in his room at night, and then all of a sudden the guy who attacked him talks to him in his head. I would have shat myself if I was that kid, and I would not have been okay.
Yeah.
Ever again.
No. That's not Smee,
he implanted something in his neck while he was choking like a
I'm not sure that's what he's talking through, is that thing. No, that's not Smee. That was
it's something else with an S. It's Slidgy. Slidey. I don't know.
Shifty.
Slidey. That's the one. Slidey.
Yeah, it's definitely Slidey. Known Lost Boy, Slidey.
Definitely Slidey. One question I have, though, is what the fuck is a cyborg in this universe?
We don't know
so
yet.
They're obviously started off as a normal human being.
Yep.
And then they elected, I suppose, to have some kind of procedure done to turn them into whatever the hell a cyborg is.
I mean, I imagine with cyborgs, you're just replacing parts, right? You're just constantly like, okay, let me get a new arm, and that's why you got that weird arm. Okay, let me get this new option, and like at a certain point, you become more machine than man. But there's still man there.
Yeah.
Granted, he's like, because of the cryogenic freezing and stuff like that, when they're traveling in space, he's like hundreds or a couple generations old at this point, where everyone he knew now on Earth is dead, which kind of sets up his I don't care what happens to me, I'm just going to go after the stuff situation. But I think he's still human, because the alien was still after him, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And the eggs still slowly started to open while he was there, so he still has enough organs inside to be recognized as human, but he's more than, because he can create blades from his arms and jet fire and all this other crazy shit. Who knows?
And I don't know who that actor is, but that dude's damn good.
He's killing it. Yeah. I think everybody is kind of killing it on this show, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah.
Because to be a 30-something-year-old and act like you're an 8-year-old trapped in that body and make it natural, they are picking on each other the way how kids do in like a line at something like that. Like, I've seen them at the movie theaters. Kids just act that way, and they cannot keep secrets, but they think they're keeping secrets. Like, everything that's happening feels natural for the story they're setting up. And that's wild.
Yeah, it really does. It's very well done, very well cast, very well acted. One thing that I did think was really cool as far as Mr. Morrow goes, the cyborg. We kind of alluded to it, but obviously he's extremely old because he was around when the original Yutani was running the corporation, and then he comes back and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah,
He's
who the
not
hell
here
are you?"
anymore."
Like, "Oh, I'm her granddaughter."
Yeah, it seems like he had a relationship with her. You know, he was doing this for her, whatever relationship that was. And now he's like, "Oh, fuck it. Okay, I'm just going to complete my life's mission and get these aliens back." Which was really cool, I thought. But also, no clue where this is headed. I had in my mind, in the first couple episodes, I had in my mind where it was headed, and it was going to be more of a closed off story. Revolving around the ship and these characters and the New Siam city right there. And now it's like, oh shit, we're going global with this thing.
But no, because like if it happened in the city, right, then that leaves the contagion of the xenomorphs to spread throughout all of Earth, right? Because once you're landlocked, essentially, you can kind of just keep spreading out. But they quickly took that away from that situation. We're like, nope, you're now on this island where we know, the three of us know, the aliens can swim just fucking fine. So they can get off, but you can easily contain something on an island a lot more, right? Like it's easier to contain something to an island. The island could blow up, the facility could blow up, that kind of stuff. So who knows? But I think it's more contained now at the end of episode 3 than where it started.
Yeah, that's a good point. They are on an island.
Because I mean, once the alien hit a city, I'm like, oh, Earth is fucked. This show ends with Earth being destroyed, right? Like that has to be the case. This is
that xenomorph was running around for 3 episodes unhindered. So I don't know if maybe he left something around somewhere. So that also begs a question. So, but
we'll see. Like, he can't be the only. How many chest bursted?
There were a lot of
cavities
in that.
And no xenomorph carcasses anywhere. So there's just one? I don't think so.
No, I agree. I thought the same thing. I'm like, wait a sec. There's like 1,000 eggs in this room, and so many different crew members that we don't know the fate of. There's absolutely more xenomorphs running.
You think they'll make an episode specifically to what happened in that ship before crashing?
I don't know if I want that.
Or they're gonna just base it on flashbacks.
I think that's a great way to end season 1. Is you show a little bit more of that to set up. Oh, another xenomorph is here. Next season we'll follow this other situation that we didn't see wrapped up with the Prodigy stuff. So I think if they do, they can save that as a way to open the story up for another season.
So if they never show this, second xenomorph, then we go back and you're like, oh shit, there's more than one. That would be a really cool way to wrap it up. Like you think you've closed the loop, and then the last episode is
it's actually wide open.
Yeah,
I know you thought there was just one. Oh, you've never seen the alien.
Yeah, because they usually do that transition episode after you reach midway season, so that I thought they might come back to what happened to the ship before it crash landed. But now that you say it like that, they might leave it for. I would leave it for the end. It might be more surprise to the viewer. So
aren't we at the midpoint though? Aren't there only?
How many episodes are there?
I thought there were only 6.
6?
Oh.
I don't know. I'm only speaking from I thought I heard someone say there's only 6 episodes of this.
Yeah, I'm actually not sure. I assumed it was 8 because that just tends to be the model these days, but I don't know. I don't know that.
I feel like it's 6. Well, we'll see.
Also, it probably shouldn't be drug out. I think 6 would be a good number. So wrap it up at 6. That'd be great.
It allows them to do a little higher production value too if it's a shorter.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Which I think is what's important. I think make sure you're not dragging stuff out just to hit a episode number. Tell the story the way you want. Because I will say, I know some people have said it's kind of slow, but I'm like, I like the pacing because it reminds me of the 70s movies.
Yeah, IMDb has it at 8 episodes. So.
Oh, 8. Okay. All right.
Okay.
That's good. It's more than
we got
more
lot
TV.
of story to tell. Which I saw a trailer. I think they're releasing 4 and 5 as one.
Oh,
because
so
the last
this week.
Yeah, the last trailer I saw was for episodes 4 and 5.
Oh, interesting. That's
So
exciting.
I hope
yeah,
so.
that would be nice if they did that like 2, 1, 2.
Yeah,
That would. I'm in.
I love when, like, if I can't get it all at once, which is my preferred. We talked about this a little bit beforehand.
Mhm.
I know Jordan, you're the same way. I prefer just drop it all. But if
Yeah,
you're not
all
going to do
that.
that, give me multiple episodes, if not every week, at least every couple of weeks or something. Because I like, again, Peacemaker. I really wish there was 2 episodes to
Mhm.
premiere, because it would get me even. I'm hyped on it. Clearly, I want to see what happens in episode 2. So they were probably smart in that way. But I would have liked getting that resolution immediately. So,
Did they say how many Peacemaker episodes are going to be?
I don't even know. No,
I would imagine 8.
I'm thinking 8 too.
Yeah. Back to IMDb, Alberto.
Yep. But like Ironheart, I think was 6 episodes, and they did 3 one week, 3 the next week, and I loved that because it was like, let me watch one movie this week, and let me watch the sequel movie next week, and I was like, boom, I got like these 2 3-hour long things week after week, and it was perfect.
Yeah, I wish more shows would go that route.
Yeah,
or
all at once. Again,
yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. Or just drop the shit and let me binge it.
8 episodes, folks. Yeah.
I like watching an episode a night. That's my favorite thing to do. Like if you're gonna drop something all at once, unless it's something like, I don't know, when Daredevil used to drop on Netflix, that was I started it and I would binge it pretty much. I would do like 6 episodes and then I would the next day finish the season kind of thing. But most series that drop on like Hulu or something like The Bear, I'll watch an episode a night kind of thing. Unless the cliffhanger is so devastating where I'm like, well, I need to watch that now.
Yeah. Oh, I just did that last Sunday. So I had to get up at 5 a.m. because I had a 2-hour appointment that was 2 hours away from me.
Jeez.
But we were watching, what were we watching? I've slept many times since then. We were watching something and we're like, nope, we got to go to one more. And so then I'm like, okay, by the time this is done, I'm going to get 4 hours of sleep, but totally worth it.
Yeah.
Got to keep going.
It's easier to think about that sacrifice on that end, not the other end. Because the next morning you're like, what the fuck
did I just do?
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no. Long drives when you're tired. It's the worst thing ever.
I don't mind them that much, honestly. Like, because I usually have a big coffee. I'll make sure I have a good podcast loaded, something like that. So it's like, what I hate the most is if I have to get the ball running immediately. And like, if you're driving, yeah, you're supposed to be paying attention. My brain can focus on that kind of motor skill, but I can't do my design work off like 4 hours of sleep the second I get up.
Yeah.
I could drive for 2 hours, sure, but I can't like creatively problem solve, you know?
Yeah, that makes sense. But also, yes, I always have something loaded up.
Yeah.
I know beforehand because I always know, like today, I know where I'm going tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, I've got a 45-minute drive. What show am I going to listen to that's going to encapsulate that entire 45 minutes? So I'm already locked and loaded for tomorrow. I'm good to go. Of course, some of that will be this show because I'll be listening back to it as much as that pains me because my voice I have a face for radio and a voice for I don't even fucking know, not even television, but yeah. So listening to myself back is really difficult, but I have
Jordan,
to.
I think you just like to disparage yourself because I'm going to tell you right now, you're great on both sides. So
you're 2 steps away from a Catholic saint, dude. Stop whipping yourself. So yeah.
You just insulted me.
Yeah.
A Catholic saint. You know what shit those people do?
Your voice is good. You have a good appearance, so we're good.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
All right. I'm one of those people that when I receive a compliment, I'm just like, hide me. Yeah. Alien Earth, though. Oh, the only other thing I wanted to bring up is I totally feel like Kirsch is going to go off the rails and fuck this whole thing up. like he's intrigued by these aliens.
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna fuck with Boy Cavalier.
He's gonna go full David. And...
Yes, he's gonna go David.
I feel like we're kind of getting a glimpse of that, but I forget the young genius's name. I also just really like
Boy Cavalier.
Young Cavalier.
He is all about it, obviously, right? Because he was just standing over that egg watching it like open up, and it's like, okay, I think they're going to be arm in arm, ushering the destruction of that island together with, thinking that they're playing God or whatever.
I feel like they're kind of playing into what David's mindset was, is he thinks he's a higher being than humanity. Yeah. So he feels like the xenomorph and these other organisms are something he can coexist with because they are also higher beings.
Yep.
And they look down on their creator, in humans. And I feel like Kirsch has that David gene 100%. Like, nope, fuck organics.
I agree with you to an extent, because I also think he's very much a company man.
Mm-hmm.
And he seems to be very much like pro Prodigy's agenda. But I think the thing is that the young genius, the Prodigy kid, is also in the same mindset, because he hates talking with all the people around him because he finds them all to be super dumb. And so like he wants an elevated form of something to talk with. So I think that the thing that's different about David is David really wanted these things to replace humanity, in essence, where I feel like Kirsch is more like this is also what my boss wants. This is what the company is here for. Where, how do we use this to evolve to the next step? So it's not as malicious as David was.
That's a good point. Yeah. Yeah. David was totally
sacrificing people.
Yeah. David was. Yeah.
But I love that. Like, I was totally team David with what he was doing, because Michael Fassbender just acted it out so well. I'm like,
full on genocide,
David.
yeah.
Except Elizabeth, she was so cool. I do feel bad about that, and I don't know if they'll really canonize all of that, or if they'll reference it but not fully canonize it. But Elizabeth being the first alien queen, are they really going to go that route on David's, gene tampering and all that stuff? I'm curious if they'll acknowledge it or just let it go.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know Ridley Scott hasn't been as involved in this show as as some people lead you to believe, because I did see an interview with Noah Hawley where he was like, no, Ridley was hands off. I just got to do my own thing.
Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes
probably.
It's interesting because like the Alien franchise has been in a lot of different people's hands.
Mm-hmm.
And outside of some of the movies, I find like they always bring something interesting to the mix.
Yeah.
I'm not counting AVP. Those were just pure action, whatever.
Yeah, no, those are shit.
Yeah.
Those were action movies.
That's shit. Yeah.
I kind of include Alien 3 in there as well. I really don't like that one.
Alien, I'm trying to think of which was that. The prison planet,
the Fincher one.
Planet.
Yeah, that one was just weird.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it, but it's also fine if you kind of sidestep it.
Yeah, right. Like it's like Star Wars with me. I have an Alien canon in my mind, and I have a Star Wars canon in my mind, and what doesn't fit into that canon, I was like, it doesn't exist. Yeah. Which some people get really fucking pissed about.
The other thing is that the studio screwed basically David Fincher out of that film, and they rewrote and they killed basically what would have been maybe a great vision, and they never were going to release Fincher's. They did an extended cut, but it's not.
No, I watched the extended cut. It did not extend it in a good way. It just made more bad movie to watch.
Maybe they would have just left him alone. It would have been a great movie, maybe the best of all of them. But yeah,
well, right,
we'll never know.
My biggest problem with just movies in general is when the boardroom corporations they decide to hire an auteur director who is ushering this project in to provide their vision, and then they were like, you know what? No, we have a different vision for how this franchise is going to go.
Like,
right.
Screw you.
If you hired this director, someone to oversee this project and create this vision, you should ride it out to the end. Because then at the end, if it fails, then that person failed. But if not, it means that you guys in the board failed because you were fucking around with it and you never gave it a chance to swim.
It seems like common sense, doesn't it? Why is it so difficult?
You think so? Yeah.
Yeah, it just seems like common sense. I don't know. Makes no sense to me.
I don't think a boardroom ever adds anything good to anything creative. Ever.
No.
No,
When it
that's
comes
a good
down
point.
to dollars, and it never ends well. Creativity, usually go.
Yeah, just let the creators create.
Yeah.
There we go. That's a good. Let the creators create.
There's your title for this episode.
That's let the creators create. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know you're usually looking for a title, so I think you found it.
Yeah.
There we go, yeah.
My titles are like episode 5.
I see that scrolling across the bottom right now. It says,
yeah, right.
with an
Episode
exclamation
5.
mark.
There you go.
Yep.
Boom. That's a title. That's a title. That should get everyone hooked.
Yep.
Okay. The only other thing I wanted to talk about as far as what's going on. Yeah. Not shows, movies.
Okay.
And I don't know how well versed you guys are in what's going on with this, but Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm curious your opinions on what we're seeing as the overall vision that is going to be this film. First up, John Watts is not directing, as you guys probably know.
Yeah.
So he's directed the previous Spider-Man films, and personally, I enjoyed all of those.
Oh, I enjoyed all 3 of them. Yeah.
I thought he had a great grasp on the character and knew how to direct the character. So we've gone on to shit. The guy that directed
the guy who did Thunderbolt? Oh, Shang-Chi. Okay.
Shang-Chi. Daniel Cretton?
Oh, Cretton.
Daniel Cretton, I think. God, I hope that's right. Something Cretton. But yes, he's directing this one. So we have that. New director. So there's going to be a whole difference as far as that goes. But my biggest thing is we have so many characters now that are confirmed for this movie. We have.
I only know 2. I don't know if I want to know more. That's my thing. There's like a lot of movies I don't like knowing a lot about going into them. I like kind of being.
I agree.
Yeah, I only know about. I mean, I'm even hesitant to even say it because like I don't want to ruin anybody else who wants to like not know.
Okay, if no one wants to know, you got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and he's gonna say 2.
Okay, Punisher and the Hulk. That's all I know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say the other characters, but there is Punisher and Hulk, and then 1, 2, 3 others that have been confirmed for this film.
Oh wow!
That are on Peter's side. So we're not even talking villains. So we now have Peter Parker and what is that? 5 other characters?
The thing though is that, and this is always the news whenever they're like, "Oh, this person is in this movie." They could be on a television as a commercial, right? Like,
very true.
Like the Hulk could just be like hawking protein powder on TV. Like we know that the Punisher though is going to be side by side with Spider-Man because we see him hanging out in the van. I saw those pictures. Whatever.
Right.
Anybody else, it'll be interesting to see
how
they show up, right?
Yeah.
Like, because it could just be like something very small.
And that's what I hope, because I see all these characters and I'm like, that's cool. And some of them, I'm like, I understand why you're putting them in this, because you want their face to be front and center in the future of Marvel. So I do hope it falls into a cameo role.
Yeah.
I just don't want this movie to get convoluted with
here's
these characters. Yeah. Like we want you to think about these characters.
It kind of feels like it's going that road. So,
I really wanted the early rumor where it's Spider-Man and Daredevil working against the Kingpin as the mayor. Like that's the movie I dreamed of. And when that was the rumor going around for a while, I was like, damn, that would have been great. And then when they're like, oh, but it's the Punisher and Spider-Man, I'm like, okay, do the exact same movie, just with the Punisher and Spider-Man. Still here for it. But once they announced the Hulk, I was like, what are you doing?
How?
What is this?
Yeah, how does that work?
Yeah, unless it's a Parker needs science help, and he just calls on the phone to a scientist he knows, Bruce Banner, who doesn't know him now, and then
that's a great.
I'm hoping bit roles for everybody else.
Yeah,
because if the Hulk is in there, they must have one hell of a big villain to come into this movie. So I don't know.
Well, we know the Scorpion for sure.
Against Hulk?
No, that's the thing. I don't think so. But also,
especially that
Beauty
actor.
bug. So
this is a different Hulk. This is Bruce Banner as the Hulk right now, because we have not seen anything else, you know, like we don't know if he's evolved again, because last we saw him was She-Hulk, and he was pretty much just Bruce Banner but with the Hulk's body.
Yep. That's the one thing that I was trying to wrap my head around, because they keep saying this is a street level film.
Yeah.
You know, Spider-Man, street level, nobody knows who he is. And then I'm like, wait, if we have the Hulk, and I won't mention all these other people, like, can this even be that? So once again, it, like you said, Tom, I really hope these are like cameo roles and they don't detract too much from the overall story. But they did confirm Mr. Milchick from Severance.
Oh yes, I saw that. Yeah, which he's a great actor, so hell yeah.
He's a phenomenal actor. Severance, I will gush over Severance for a second. That is like the best show on TV. I love that show. And Mr. Milchick, his name's like something Tillman. God, I don't know. Great actor.
Names. Yeah.
But he's great. And he's in this, he's confirmed to be in it, but he's rumored to be the villain. So I'm curious where that's going to go.
Tombstone. Make him Tombstone. He'd make a great Tombstone.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if we're keeping a street, right? Tombstone and Scorpion is a great combo for street villains.
Never
and
even thought about it.
Yeah, indestructible. He has such a good presence for being that like just cold calculated kind of like stare type guy, but with like kill you with kindness kind of thing, but you know there's a malicious intent behind it all.
Yep.
That's a great Tombstone like for me.
Oh, that's perfect. Okay,
and
when that actually happens,
against the Punisher also, so yeah, so it makes sense if it were Tombstone. Yeah.
When that actually happens, we're gonna do a show titled. I'll have the title for this one all set up. Tom was right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sure I'm not the only person who thought of this.
Oh no, you're the only one.
Oh, okay.
I promise you're the only one.
That he'd be a great, like, because he's such a good villain in Severance, because like, especially in season 2, right? There's a moment where you almost like you see him contemplating switching allegiances and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, I'm kind of just on his side either way. Like, yeah, devour feculence or whatever.
Feculence, yeah. Eat shit, yeah.
Like, yes, like I'm here for it. So I'm interested in his villain take in a Spider-Man movie. 100%.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting. But I did want to bring that all up because I hear a lot about it. I watch 1,000 podcasts and everyone's Spider-Man, this person, this person, this person. And I got to the point where I stopped in the car and I'm like, wait, what the fuck? This is too many people. Something's wrong here. I mean, we have Spider-Man with no memory of who he is. That's a movie in itself.
Yeah. Well, Spider-Man knows who he is.
Yeah,
Nobody knows.
I'm saying the world does not know. So we have to see the Peter Parker dealing with.
Yep.
No one knows who I am.
That's what leads me to really. I think that it has to be like what we saw in Shang-Chi, actually, which is a perfect example of it. Since it is the same director. Like we got Captain Marvel, we got Wong, and we had the Hulk show up in a post-credit scene, just talking about something to set up for the future that never manifested again. Right? No. We never talked about the 10 rings, whatever. But like, I'm hoping that a lot of the whatever the new cameos are after the Hulk, because the Hulk and Punisher were talked about early on. So whatever else has been talked about, I'm hoping that's just setting up for Secret War or Doomsday at the end. To save that for post-credit sequence, sure.
I had a second while burping to look aside to my notes, and his name is Destin Daniel Cretton.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah. So there we go. The old burp aside. Oh, I know what we're talking about.
The Burp of Knowledge.
The Burp of Knowledge. Yes.
There's another episode title for it.
The Burp of Knowledge.
There we go. The
Burp of Knowledge.
Oh, I love that one. The Burp of Knowledge.
Yeah.
But one of the things as far as Spider-Man and all that stuff goes is I do really, really hope that I can't see my notes from that far, so I'll just have to go with it. As far as this one goes in comparison to the other ones. Tom's looking at me like, where the
I'm
hell
waiting,
are you going? And I'm
where's
not
it
even
going?
high. You know, like Tom might be high. I'm not high.
I won't before a podcast. No.
That could be a fun podcast, though.
You would go off on tangents all the time, and
That'd be
just
cool.
not be good for anyone. So let's continue. Get to your point, Jordan.
Oh, what was my point? As far as this Spider-Man movie goes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Tombstone. No, that was not my point, which I've now lost my point.
Do you want to take a second to look at your notes and come back?
No, it was a damn good point. It was a damn good point. It's just going to be out there for people to wonder. Like, he had a really fucking good point, and we'll never know what it was.
You just don't know it, but it was the best point.
It was the best point. Yeah, there are a lot of great points, but there's nothing that trumps this point.
I thought I was old. Jesus.
Oh, come on. You've got luscious flowing locks, dude. You're not old. No.
Everybody's happy with the new suit, though, I take it.
Yeah.
If we're talking about Spider-Man. You don't care?
Yeah.
Jordan?
I mean, it's fine. I mean, there's been a little bit of an uproar about, oh, it's so different than the one we saw. I'm like, not really. It's fine.
No, not really at all.
Yeah, it's perfect. It's great. It's Spider-Man. Give me a suit and I enjoy it, except for the stealth suit. I didn't really care for that one.
Which stealth suit?
The one
he wears in Europe, the monkey.
The night monkey?
Yeah, night monkey. Yeah.
Okay. I don't even call that the stealth suit because that was clearly supposed to be a different hero. So it's like,
yes, it worked in the context of the film.
Yeah.
But for me personally, like, I relate everything to, am I going to buy a figure of that?
Yeah.
No. But it worked in the context of the story being told. It was fine.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. And like, it's different if you're like a Marvel Legends collector. Sure, get a Night Monkey figure. It could be a cool kit bash for something or other. But yeah, I'm not going to get the hot toy. When they first showed off the gold, the black and gold suit from No Way Home, I was all about that until we got better pictures of it, and we just saw that it was just a suit inside out. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I canceled my pre-order at that point. Because when I saw like the arcane like wrist gauntlet he had, I'm like, oh, this is like he's getting channeled with Doctor Strange powers or something, like all about it. And then see the movie, it's just like it's a suit inside out. I'm like, oh, never mind. I canceled. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. I think the only figure I still have on pre-order from that film is the new Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Only because I really love the first Amazing Spider-Man. And so I've always wanted a figure from that film, but I didn't care for the first release. So I'm excited for the new one. The second Amazing Spider-Man. But the first one I really enjoyed.
I didn't like either of them, but I loved the suit in the second one.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes, the suit was great, but the second one, that's a whole other show.
I've seen that movie, I think, the one time in the theater, and I never wanted to watch it again after that, which is like shocking to me because I could rewatch like any superhero movie at any time. But that second Spider-Man movie, I just remember being like, what are you guys doing? What is this supposed to be?
They didn't know.
No.
They didn't know. Alberto, you got anything to say about Spider-Man before we move on to this other thing?
I just hope it's good. I really do hope they don't screw it up.
Maybe that was my point the whole time. Just please, for
fuck's sake. Every time I read something from Marvel, it's like people are fighting, rewrites, moving, and I don't know.
Isn't it wild how that's changed? Marvel could do no wrong, and now it's like chaos.
Everything is scrambling. I haven't enjoyed anything good from Marvel in a while. So
see, I'm on the opposite
side. Except Fantastic Four, but before Fantastic Four,
Thunderbolts?
I haven't seen it. I have not seen it. I will get to.
You gotta watch
it. For it to go. I'm waiting for it to come to Disney Plus. Yeah,
brother, watch it right now.
Yeah,
hang up with us. Go watch.
I am not one of those people who are like Marvel ever since Endgame has shot the bed because I can count on like both my hands.
No, Moon Knight I loved. Werewolf by Night I completely went bonkers for. What else? The Doctor Strange
was after Endgame.
Doctor Strange, because I like Sam Raimi. It was fun for me. You know, what else?
Black Panther 2 was fantastic.
Yeah. No, that's. But I don't know. I don't know if they can maintain the level of quality. I hope they do, man. Because and I hope they do a good job now, especially the Fantastic Four are out. Because I don't know what's going. I don't want them to screw that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My fear is that what happened was they got a lot of success. They made billions of dollars, right, in the first stuff, and ever since then, it started to go in front of a boardroom where they're like, no, we got to make sure it appeals to this base. We also got to make sure it appeals to this base, instead of, again, letting the directors. The best part about the early MCU movies where they were like, okay, this Ant-Man movie is going to be a heist movie. Perfect. This movie is going to be an adventure movie. Great. This one's going to be this type, like an espionage, Winter Soldier. Great. Let each movie be its thing, like a space opera. Guardians of the Galaxy was like, you know, a space sci-fi opera thing. Let that happen. But now they're trying to be like, we need to set up what happens next and this and that. And I'm like, no. Make a good movie. Worry about the setup stuff later, or let it happen naturally.
Yeah, because they're looking like 10 years down the line and worry about the now and forget about the later. So, but they're scrambling basically. So,
but that's what made Fantastic Four so good, right? Is because it just was self-contained.
Yeah.
And the only connective tissue was a 5-second scene at the very, very end in a post-credit thing. And that's perfect. That's it.
Because I didn't have to think, is it going to tie to Spiderman? Is it, do we have to do this and the other? No, I just enjoyed it for what it was. You know, I didn't.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
I don't either. We will see, but I do like that, the whole not everything having to be totally connected.
Yeah.
We used to watch all these, like you were saying, Tom. We watched these movies, and then we'd watch another one that released later, and like, oh, there's a connection. But it wasn't all predicated upon the connection.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we've gotten to the point where, oh no, wait till the end credit scene. The movie might be shit. The show might be shit. But in the end credit scene, this is going to happen. And then it never happens because they keep pivoting because they don't know what they're doing. That's how it feels. I hope that's not the case.
Kumail Nanjiani just came out, I think, on a podcast either yesterday or like very recently. He was talking about when he got signed on to do the Eternals. He's like, I signed a 6-picture deal. I signed a video game deal and a deal to like be at theme parks, like my likeness at theme parks. So like he signed all this stuff. So clearly they had planned on the Eternals being this huge thing that would splash into so many movies and all this stuff. And whatever your thought is on the Eternals movie itself, the end credit scene, what they set up, I was very intrigued by. I'm like, oh, they got Eros in here, you know, Star Fox and Pip and whatnot. I'm like, I would totally watch whatever they're going off to go save Cersei from more Celestials, you know, but that's not even all the Eternals. Like what's happening with Black Knight. Like there's so much stuff that they had set into motion. Then since it's just gone away.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then that kills any kind of momentum that any of that stuff kind of had. And that's a shame. And I'm sure it got killed because of reception instead of really embracing what they're trying to do. If you want to create, this is going to be this new side of Marvel with this Eternal stuff, keep going. Don't stop just because the first project doesn't meet expectations. Put out the next one. See if you catch it. Or like, you know, pivot a little bit so maybe you're not spending as much money or something like that if you need to. But let the story play out because clearly you had something grander thought out. And instead of like even following up on any of that, you just let all those threads die. So none of that stuff is interesting anymore to anybody.
No, and they were coming from a point.
I don't know about you, but I really did like the Eternals. I
thought it was great. Yeah, the first time I saw it, I was like, that was very different. What a different movie. The more I watched it, the more I appreciated it. And I think that's a good way to show a good movie, right?
I was hopeful for whatever might have come after with the characters that they brought in because, you know, but kaputs, nothing happened.
Yeah, because I think about it, Thor 1 was not the best movie. But it allowed Thor to get introduced into this world. It allowed us to get. I love Ragnarok, and like it allowed us to get that Ragnarok, his presence in Infinity War, and all that stuff happened because we got Thor 1, which was good, but it wasn't Iron Man 1.
No,
And I think Captain America, the first Avenger, was a great movie, and I don't think it was even remotely on par with that either. But it served its purpose, and origin stories sometimes aren't the most exciting things, but what comes next could be.
Yeah, they kind of, I guess they got to the point. Maybe it was success. Like they were used to everything makes $1 billion.
That's
Everything is crazy. And then we end it with Endgame, and the next step is Eternals, kind of. And they're like, oh no, didn't make $1 billion. Scratch, pivot. It's like, no, you're restarting basically, but you also have that cushion. You have that goodwill of being great for so long and making money for so long. Don't abandon your next plan. Stick with it. Make good films and TV shows, and people will be there for it. But they've been reactionary, I guess.
I think that's too much, and I blame the internet on that, because people are loud and very complaining. There's plenty of podcasts like this that just love to blast Marvel for an hour straight or something like that, and
they're constantly on the defensive. So that I think that doesn't allow them to, or take their creative side to even more. So that's makes everything stale from moving now on.
Because why haven't we even seen Shang-Chi again? That movie was great. I liked
it.
Yeah,
and it made a shit ton of money.
Yeah, and it showed up. He showed up nowhere, no ties to that whatsoever. Again, like I said earlier, the thing about the 10 rings, why wasn't that brought into anything else? Another great point, you could have brought that into Ironheart a little bit, because they dabbled with some magic stuff there. And it would have been a great little Easter egg to kind of mention the 10 rings at the very least or something, but no, it just died.
Yeah, it feels like they've got too many irons in the fire now. I guess that's kind of what worries me about Spider-Man. I hear all this, and I'm like, oh, fuck. We're not just making a Spider-Man movie. We're making a movie that feels like it's there to set up 6 more movies. Why can't we go back to just making a movie focused around this character? I miss that.
Yep.
But I'm still going to go watch it. I hope it's great.
My whole house is Marvel. Half my house is Marvel shit, right? I'm there day one, no matter what. They could go back to the era where they're as crappy as the Thomas Jane Punisher, which actually wasn't the worst Punisher movie, but
I enjoyed that.
Those movies were what they were.
Yeah,
the Ben Affleck Daredevil, the Ghost Rider Nick Cage, go back to that era of quality. I'm still gonna be there. I saw all those movies in the theater. I will still be there for tomorrow.
Twice. Each one of those I saw twice.
Daredevil,
no, not Daredevil. I only saw that once.
I love Ben Affleck one. No, I saw that once. Yeah, this one.
I own the DVD when that came out. Blu-rays weren't around. I watched all those movies. I'm a little bit of an apologist for the first Ghost Rider movie, not the second one.
I love the first Ghost Rider movie. Thank you. I need someone else on my island.
I like that first Ghost Rider.
Okay, we got 3 people on an island. Our Nerocracy on this.
Yeah, exactly. We decree it's not as bad as
I've seen worse things in this life. So
it is cheesy, but it's also it's a comic book movie. It could be cheesy. That's fine.
Yeah.
The second one, no.
The second one, I laughed my face out of the theater. I was like, "What just happened?"
That was so bad. I don't have a word. I was looking for a curse word to correctly encapsulate that film. I don't have it. I'll get it.
We should, on a future episode, rank the early 2000s Marvel movies prior to the MCU at some point.
That would be fun,
because there's a lot there, and there's some good ones. I mean, obviously, I think Spider-Man 2 would probably be everybody's list, but what follows next would probably be interesting.
Oh, there's a lot to talk about there, and I grew up with a lot of that shit.
That's right. You were a baby.
Yeah, I was born in '90, so that was my formative years. So yes,
year one.
It's one of the reasons. What's that?
Year one, 90 what? You were born in what? 90.
I was born in 90.
1990.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were younger than that, actually.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Wow. Until I take my hat off, then it's like, oh Jesus, it's an old man.
Babies are born bald. That says nothing about age, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yes. No, but I would love to go back to all that stuff. Because I'm one of the weird people. This is a whole other show in itself. But I'm one of the weird people that has an affinity for episodes 1, 2, and 3 of Star Wars. Because when they came out, I was a certain age. That's what I'm saying. We can talk about this.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, I was a certain age, so they had an effect on me that they didn't on other people because it was my intro into Star Wars, and then I watched the other Star Wars.
It's why I'm like, as I've grown older, because like when episode 1 came out when I was a senior in high school, right? So it's like waiting outside, waiting in line for that kind of thing, like all that stuff. It's just like that fell flat for me. But as I got older and met a lot of, through our toy community and whatnot, met a lot of the younger audience that grew up the way how I grew up with Star Wars, but theirs were the prequels, which I can't watch without seeing the green screens and the bad effects and stuff. You were watching it with the childlike wonder that I watched the original bad rubber puppet version, which I'm sure people, like, you know, growing up, you're like, what? Look at this rubber Yoda. What is this? You know, like, but that's what
I love that shit though.
Yeah,
I loved all of it.
So I'm okay with people loving the prequels. Yeah. They're not for me. That's fine. But yeah, I totally get it.
It was purposely done as a generational thing, so we have to understand their point of view because they were exposed to that initially. And I don't judge if you, because I know my brother. I know it because of my brother. My brother, he's 84, but he grew up when the prequels came out, so he was, you know, he was big. His first interaction with Star Wars was then when he was a little bit older. So I respect, you know. Yeah. And I think they did a good job doing the Clone War, so they can bring us.
Is priceless.
No, but that was purposely done for our generation of the first trilogy to try to accept and even love the prequels, which right now, you know, we're a big fan of Anakin and all that stuff, and Ahsoka and
Anakin
I'm one person who doesn't appreciate Ahsoka, but I won't name him.
Except Trevor. Trevor's like, fuck fuck all that shit.
But
I get it, because now I'm to the point where I see the sequel trilogy and I'm like, no, fuck that. This is god awful. I hate all this shit.
But that will be in another 15 years' time. That will be their start, and that's fine.
Yes.
Whatever.
Exactly.
As long as you learn to, however your in is, if you get enjoyment from it, it's valid. Nothing is invalid. Your opinions are not invalid unless you just hate everything for the sake of hating things. I've learned as I've gotten older, you just don't yuck somebody's yum is the phrase that people use, right? Yep. If people are enjoying it, let them enjoy it. People are allowed to, you know, find whatever they like in things, as long as it's not hurting somebody else.
Yeah.
And liking the prequels, liking the sequels, while it hurts me on some like nerd nostalgia level, it doesn't actually hurt me. So by all means, enjoy it.
Right. One of the great things is I have a friend of mine who I haven't spoken with in a while, unfortunately. I hope he's okay. But we were very close. We did a podcast together for years, a long time ago. But he had an interesting argument about the prequels that made me like them even more, which I will not elaborate on because he had this whole thing in his mind and he could convey it perfectly, which I cannot articulate it the way he should. Yeah. So, but I do love that. That's the thing. Something speaks to someone, and then maybe they can explain something to me that makes me like, oh, okay. Yeah. Maybe I enjoy that a little bit more because you can, you know, convince me or let me. My mind's closed in a certain area, so it opens my mind a little bit to seeing it from your perspective. Yeah. And that's the beauty of nerddom in general. These are properties that have been told 30 different ways at minimum since we've been alive. So they've been told many different ways. There are a lot of different perspectives on characters and IP, and people take it a different way, and then we may like it or dislike it, but we can have a discourse about that thing and maybe change one another's mind. I don't know. I enjoy that part of it.
I think the key is not to shut your mind on things. Really,
absolutely.
Always leave the ability for someone to put a foot in that doorway to
Yeah.
kind of stop the door from closing and explain their point of view, and then listen. That's all you could ever do. Just like listen. And if it doesn't hit, then it doesn't hit. Maybe there'll be somebody else who will explain it in a different way that will.
But for fuck's sake, can our whole country hear that statement right now?
Jesus Christ.
Can you have an open mind?
Yeah, I 100% agree, but let's not take this show down that road right now.
All right.
The name is political sounding enough, you know?
I know, but we're the good guys, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Everybody thinks they're the good guy, though, you realize.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, real quick, because we've gone a little long, but
somebody said it best: the road to hell is paved with good intentions, so never forget that.
I want to talk a little figure news real quick. Mainly this one, and I'm probably the only one, but I'm so in on this one.
Mm.
No, Alberto, don't give me that little. Oh. No. Am I the only one that's going to buy this out of all of us?
Out of the three of us, so. Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. Yeah, you're on your own on this one.
Yeah.
Damn it! It looks so good.
Yeah, Gal Gadot though is a problem.
That's. But if I base those characters on the people that portrayed them, I could find so many problems. I mean, I've got Chris Pratt, 3 Chris Pratts behind me.
You know what? You're right, and I have him up here. I have 3 Chris Pratts over there. Yes, there's problems in a lot of people.
Yeah,
you're right. I don't. I'm happy.
But the films and everything, not for you guys. Yeah,
we talked. I enjoyed the film, but I'm not buying any more DCU stuff. Whatever comes out, I bought Man of Steel, Superman, the one that Enart did, and that's it. I'm not buying anymore. Unless they come out with a really good Affleck Batman, but I got the last Hot Toys one, and that's it.
Yeah, I have my Batfleck from the first Suicide Squad movie, actually, and that's it for me.
Yeah, the 2.0 I think is a lot better. I don't know.
It seems that way. If I cared enough, I would.
Better.
Yeah, I would sell mine and get that.
I can guarantee it's way better. So
I'll probably just wait and buy the InArt version because I'm sure the sculpts will be great. But also this, I don't know. Are you guys into this?
I love the show.
I like the show.
Yeah. This is definitely Tuesday though. This character. This is not Wednesday. This does not look anything like Jenna Ortega. I'm sorry. Like
this is Tuesday.
Yeah, this is Tuesday, or this is like Thursday. It's definitely not. It's close, but it's not there.
Yeah,
Tuesday.
I've got. Yeah, that one's not so much. I mean, they have.
It has a lot of stuff. It's a good, it has a lot of stuff, man.
Right.
If they work the sculpt a little bit better, it's not a bad offering.
She comes with a cello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. An umbrella, a cello. Like I want
the backpack comes with it, with the hand, everything.
Well, Cousin It is the hairy guy.
Yeah.
The hairy.
But what I hope it shows up in the series at some point because I love Cousin It growing up.
Oh yes, I haven't watched the show though yet. Is it worth it?
Oh, it's really
it's good.
Yeah, it's actually
it's
really fun. Yeah.
If you like Halloween stuff, that mood vibe, it's fun show. It's fun.
Well, the original,
I enjoyed the first season a whole lot. So I haven't seen. I'm waiting for this to come down entirely to binge watch it. But
like a week left until September 4th, I think. Is when the second half
See it.
The first half, I'm current. The first half of season 2 was just as good as season 1.
Oh yeah, okay, that's good.
Well, the original Addams Family, like way back then.
You're talking about the black and white show, or you're talking about the movie?
Even though we did watch that when I was young, I'm talking about the one with
Raul Julia and Angelica Houston.
Houston. That's it. Yes, the 90s Addams Family. Yeah, I love that. Ricci. I forgot about all those people. Oh.
Well, she's in the show.
Oh, really?
Raul Julia was a Puerto Rican icon, so we're very much into our culture. So
there you go.
Yeah. So. And he did a hell of a Gomez Addams in that movie. So.
Oh, he was fantastic. Like he Him and Angelica Houston together were the perfect
chemistry. Yeah, was there. Mm-hmm.
It was honestly, that cast was spot on.
And it was Christopher Lloyd was
Christopher Lloyd was
also in the Wednesday show.
No way.
Yep. Season 2.
I've got to watch it.
I saw a trailer and it spoiled it for me. Yeah, but I know kind of the Futurama thing. Yeah.
I've got to watch it now. I'm never gonna buy this, even if I really enjoy it. I don't think it's my thing because I buy to photograph. So probably not. I just thought it looked good, so I was curious.
I'm tempted because how I like things. I think I'd have a blast shooting this.
You would, yeah, especially with all the gothic stuff that you've been getting.
I would have. I'm on the fence, but I'll wait until it releases, and then if the scope they fixed it or do something, I'll get into it.
I'm really happy that they're doing it. I'm more happy to see it coming out because I always love it when Hot Toys does like diverse things, and this is a genre they haven't dove into yet. You know, like this. I don't know because it's not horror. It's like CW style horror TV show, which you know, it's an interesting genre.
Like fun, campy horror. Yeah, it's like yeah.
So I'm not gonna spend money on it, but if someone were to give it to me, I would happily shoot pictures and I would have a blast. I think.
Yeah, I didn't think about it, Alberto, but yes, I need to see you photograph this. It totally fits your style.
Yeah,
I think I would have fun with it. Oh,
this I pre-ordered.
This I pre-ordered.
Yeah,
no question.
Me too. I was curious. I figured you guys did. I couldn't remember if we talked about it, but yeah.
This I want to shoot, like you
know. I'm gonna get rid of my my Arkham Joker now that this is coming. I love the Mark Hamill Arkham Joker because he is like, you know, Mark Hamill, but he's really just in my collection to hold the spot for a comic style Joker. And here we go. So now this is the way to go.
And it speaks to what you just said, Tom. If they start branching out into comic IP and all these other things, that's what I really want to see.
Yep.
Like that's where I'm in trouble financially. That's where I'm fucked.
The comics that I will buy, like, cause I pre-ordered this. I pre-ordered the Asbat, you know, the John Luke Valley Batman. I got that one. You're gonna do a comic book character based on the look in the comics, which I know the Asbat was based on the suit from the game, but it was one for one. I'm gonna get the comic stuff, like Doctor Doom. I ordered in a heartbeat, you know.
Yeah. And this one has so much shit.
Did I pre-order Doctor Doom? Shit.
Oh, did you not?
No, I don't think so. I gotta go back and check.
You'll be able to find him. Yeah, you'll be able to find him. There's so many sites. You'll have to pay a lot, but
I think it's on my show. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Oh, the sculpts are so, and that's the thing. They don't have the licensing issues with, so they can do whatever. They can make it actually great, and you know that the prototype and the final release are going to be extremely similar.
Yep.
Because we don't have to worry about likeness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I'm excited for.
The detail on the teeth.
And the teeth,
is so incredible. Like I already know some shots I'm going to do where all you're really getting is just from teeth, like down, because that's the Joker smile that I've been missing in every Joker figure, where it's a laugh, it's the big, wide, creepy ass grin that I've always known the Joker to have, that you really just don't get in live action stuff at all, outside of Jack Nicholson.
Yeah,
good point. Yes.
Oh, and I guess Romero as well. But that was not my Batman. I didn't grow up watching the Adam West stuff.
You know what's wild? Like, I'm the youngest of the three of us, and that's what I watched growing up. Like,
that doesn't surprise me.
I wasn't allowed to watch certain things, but they would allow me to watch the Romero, that Batman. I was like, holy rusted metal Batman, and get the shark repellent spray, Robin. Like, that's the stuff I grew up on. So I want those figures, but I don't think I'll ever actually do it because I can't photograph them. But they have a nostalgic place in my heart.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I grew up. My grandparents used to buy me any comics I wanted because they didn't understand. So like I had like the Dark Knight Returns like immediately. The Killing Joke like when I was like 7 years old.
That's the first Batman book I read.
Yeah, I
That
love
was
that.
the first.
Go ahead.
Wow.
The first it's not even the first. It was the Dark Knight. It's when he breaks the Joker's neck. So that was my introduction into Batman. So
that's very different than the Adam West, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, vastly different.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're all in on this one.
Mhm.
What else you
And
got?
well, I had more, but the slideshow's not working. So
okay. Well, we did know that Peacemaker was originally in here, but I think we talked about him already.
Yeah.
There was one interesting thing I wanted to bring up, and Alberto mainly could speak to this, but I had it in the slideshow, but the button won't work, so it's not going to that. But it was Perturabo from Warhammer 40K, which
That I'm gonna get.
that's a whole other story, whole other show almost.
Yeah, but I'm getting that one. Yeah, out of all the Primarchs, well, not all the Primarchs, but I'm getting. I like the Iron Warriors. Yeah.
Yeah. One of these days, we're gonna sit down, maybe at Legion's Con, and have way too much to drink.
Oh, you'd be surprised. Tom can hold his water with
Tom.
40K. He played Space Marine. So
well, I
he
played
knows.
the game. I played Space Marine 1 and Space Marine 2. That's my knowledge base, so I'm happy keeping it right there.
Yeah. For me, though, it's the lore. It's the books. I've got 72 audiobooks that I've listened to.
Nah, you beat
Like,
me.
it's the lore for me. It's not the tabletop. It's not any of that. It's
Mine
the
was the
lore,
tabletop and the game. So yeah.
which is great. I have played the tabletop multiple times, but I don't have the patience to buy the models, build them, paint them, then play a game, so I just lore and Joy Toy. That gives me my fix. But I love Warhammer.
What's the
good.
new they announced last week at Gamescom there's a sequel RTS Warhammer.
Dawn of War.
Is it Dawn of War 2?
Dawn of War, yeah.
Yeah, that I might get into that just because I enjoy the games and I love RTSs. Like I'm all about that kind of weird.
It's a fun game. It's StarCraftish, so yeah, you'll have a lot of fun.
Oh, I love StarCraft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I grew up idolizing Warcraft right into StarCraft. That was my shit.
I still have figures and I have a lot of stuff from Star. I have the 1/6 John Rayner and bottles from Sideshow. It's still there somewhere.
I didn't even know they did one. That's impressive.
Yeah, they did a Tychus and they did a what's his first name? John Rayner?
Yeah, I think so.
Rayner, yeah. But I have
I never Rayner because also my favorite Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner. So I was like, oh,
yep. Yeah, but I always loved Rayner. I love that character, so I still have that figure over there. It's beat to shit, but it's still standing. The lights work. But I tried to get Tychus, but it's going for insane amount.
Really?
So, yeah. Fucking what a Space Marine and 1/6 scale would be like big. So.
Oh, they're probably modding it. They're taking that body and making Titus or whomever and reselling it, I would imagine, right?
No, I don't know.
That's what I would do with it. You've already got the armor, and StarCraft came from Warcraft. Actually, the people that made StarCraft were a branch off of Games Workshop back in the day. Yeah. So they created StarCraft as an antithesis to Warhammer because
the three races
basically
exist in Warhammer 40K. So it's humans.
They basically took IP with them when they left that partnership and created their own thing.
I always wanted to get into the tabletop stuff, but I also know that I just don't have the patience to paint the little models and all that.
Play Kill Team. Just 5 models, and that's it.
Yeah, I just don't want to paint models anymore. I used to.
You don't have to. You can, if you find somebody who doesn't want to paint, you can just prime them and go ahead and play. That's it. Kill Team is it's a 5 to 10 figure game, and it's a short version of the big ass. So it's 20 minutes, half an hour game, fun. So it's not.
I'm spoiled, so I have a buddy of mine that builds massive armies and paints them.
Oh, right.
So he brings them over, and then we play. So I get to enjoy his armies and his hard work painting, and then I get to play the game, which is really fun. We only do it maybe once every 3 months, but it's great. It's fun. But he does all the work.
They create a Kill Team. A Kill Team is like the video game. It's a 5-man squad or 7 or 8, and just go at one each other in a small map, and half an hour and you're done. So not terrible. You only have to paint like 5 to 10 figures. That's basically it. It beats painting 2,000 points army. So that's like takes you like a year to do.
Yeah, so. I know that's like a lot of the enjoyment that a lot of the community gets.
Yeah, I have racks of shame over there that I've never painted during the pandemic. So they're still all over there. I got armies.
I have like probably like 20 half-started action figure customs that I still have to get to. Like I'm not going to break into and like dioramas I started building years ago that I never finished. So I have a lot of half-started projects to get to.
Yeah, on my shelf over there, McFarlane, Warhammer, Mythic Legions. Oh, I've got a whole drawer of Mythic Legions custom bits that I'll never make, but they're great bits.
And shame because you have a good talent for painting. Those Space Wolves that you did with the McFarlane toys, they came out fantastic. So
it's fun, but it's just time.
It's time consuming.
Yeah, that's it. Time. Yeah, it's not a skill for me. It's like not a skill thing. It's definitely it's all just time.
Yeah,
you know, it was like, how do you have time to do anything anymore? Like I don't know. There's also just too much vying for it, right? Because like there's all these shows that we just talked about. There's movies coming out. There's video games. There's actually meaningful connections with human beings in real space as well.
Yep.
And then painting miniatures somewhere in there. Where?
Yeah.
When?
The one thing I've cut from my life, unfortunately, is video games. I haven't played a video game in like 8 months.
Oh.
So I've tried to make room for everything else, and that's the one thing I've cut. And there are things I really miss, but I also wasted a lot of time with it, so I guess it evens out. I don't know.
It depends on what you consider wasting time. If you enjoyed it, it's not really a waste, right? So
I did enjoy it, but then I'm like, oh man, I spent so many hours in the same game over.
No, but
I really have done that.
But I love that shit.
I used it as a way to connect with my brother. He lives in Massachusetts, so we play at night, and I play with Tom a little bit when we got,
I don't consider co-op playing with anyone a waste of time.
Oh,
for me, it's like the same game I've beaten 5 times. I go back and waste another 30 hours in that game. Like, should I have done that? I probably could have done something else with my time.
But if you enjoyed the time or it relaxed your mind in a space where like you had a stressful day and you it's self-therapy, whatever. And as long as you're enjoying, at the end of the day, you feel fulfilled, you feel better about something, whatever you did to get to that point is valid.
Good point. You're right.
I love
back in the day was Destiny. We played the shit ton of Destiny.
Like 300 hours in Destiny.
Destiny 1, yeah. My God.
Oh, I definitely trumped my Destiny 1 playtime with my Destiny 2.
Yeah,
definitely. I played way more of that one, but good games. A lot of good games.
A lot of good games. Games is a whole other path to go down. But guys, we've gone about an hour and a half, which I think is the sweet spot for us, especially for me and my small bladder.
Yeah.
But if there's anything else you guys want to get into, now's the time. Speak now or hold your peace forever.
Nah, go to the bathroom, man.
Okay. Go pee. I'm gonna pee. Anyways, anyone, thank you for joining in on this episode of Nerdocracy, episode 5. We made it. It's been 5 fucking weeks we've been doing this. That seems weird.
Actually.
Yeah. I'm shocked. But it's been great. It's been fun. So we appreciate everyone that jumps in and watches, interacts. As always, the obligatory YouTube stuff, like, comment, subscribe, means a lot. Yeah. But the majority of the thing is we're just happy you're here and watching and going on this ride with us.
And if there's anybody watching thinks that we should talk about, let us know in the comments.
Absolutely. I'd be interested. Yeah. Comments are a big thing. Yeah, drop comments.
Oh, you picking up the new Figura Obscura from the Jersey Devil that came out?
Me or Jordan? Who?
Whoever. I know you both buy Mythic Legions.
No, I don't care about the Jersey
Not for
Devil.
me.
Yeah. If it was the Mothman, I would have been about it, but I don't care about the Jersey Devil. Never did.
Maybe Custom Father at some point, but I don't know. I'll see it in Legions.
I've got enough. I have so many bins of Mythic Legions. I've got custom fodder for days. I'm fine.
Exactly. And they're going to do a recolor version of it at some point for the retailer.
If they do a red one, maybe it might pass us something else for, maybe Hellboy or anything, something like that, but we'll see.
Anything works for Hellboy, brother. You
No,
grab
just,
grab a piece of some sort, it works.
There's those new gorgeous looking
Yeah,
Hellboy figures. Like honestly, Alberto, you sent it to me. We were talking about it a little bit, and I might go back and order them because they look so good.
They look good,
I just
yeah.
don't know Bob
Same.
Fight Studios all too well, so I don't know how their figures are.
I don't either, but they look great.
They
So
do.
I'm probably in on that.
They're a
At
little
least-
pricier than I want them to be because I don't really. I feel like they're like $45 figures, but they're selling for $60. So I'm like, yeah.
Well, maybe the scale, maybe they're a little bit bigger because I remember I still have the Mesco Hellboys one. And
I have some Mesco ones.
They're pretty chunky and big. So
they're chunky, but they're not tall. They're as tall as the other ones because they still fit with the
Hellboys. Oh yeah.
Well, I have a few of them. We don't have to go through this all right now. We're trying to end the show.
Trying to end the show. We'll do this off air. You guys will never know the great things we talk about off air. But until next time, thank you for joining in this episode of Nerdocracy. One of these days, I'll get the outro figured out, but it is not this day. But until next time, see you guys. Peace.
Cheers.